Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. It's Thursday. It's Korner Booth pregame.
Hey, this thing on? Hello, testing.
No debate, cause it's all. I'm too official, got the drip, I got the sauce. Bring the proof when it's time to tell the truth. I'll be at the corner booth, find me in the corner booth, yeah. Still standing and defiant. Slay the competition, cause I'm walking like a giant.
What's up, Twitter world? That's my little OJ.
He's got an autographed OJ photo.
Has anybody heard the story about the Glizzy guy?
He fits today's generation.
Oh yeah, speaking of lady basketball players, the Lola Bunny, bonkable. Yes or no?
Ladies and gentlemen, we made it to 300. What's going on, guys? We talked about it on Monday, but Monday I was dealing with some food poisoning issues, and we and the boys were all kind of hurting after our teams all lost. So we figured, why not do the most Korner Booth thing possible and celebrate on a Thursday? Because, you know, that's just how we do it. We got Thursday Night Football, and it kicks off in about an hour and 15 minutes. We got two guests who haven't been here in a while. One is a distinguished Southern gentleman. The other one is my favorite Canadian. Ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be a good show. Once again, shout out to the 18 other guests. I reached out to 20 guests at once. I said, I'll shotgun shell it. Either we'll have them all come in at once or two are going to hit. And the two guys I reached out to were the two ones that I completely forgot to put on the list. And I owe them a giant apology for that because they're two of my favorite guests. And one of them I haven't had on over a year. And I feel horrible about it. So we'll make sure we plug his podcast as much as possible because he had me on his for when his Falcons defeated my Eagles. We're not going to talk about that Saquon drop. Anyway, that being said, Chris will be joining us later, obviously, for the six-pack. My man's getting his teeth worked on. The dentist. I have not been to the dentist in over 10 years at this point, so probably should go at some point. It's called being poor, kids. Look it up. Anyway, that being said, I am ripping with energy, gratitude, and everything else in between. Obviously, shout out to our sponsors, SeatGeek, Righteous Felon, and Candidates for getting me through this very interesting week, my first week of being unemployed, which is definitely a different change. I have not been without a job since I was 21 or 22 years old. So I'm 5.5 months away from turning 30. Definitely a different change in environment. But shout out to the boys of the podcast for helping me get through it this week. That being said, we got a show to do today. Talking to football. You got the battle of me versus Nate. Nate, I want that smoke, bro. We're gonna burn Cal Berkeley to the ground, just like every conservative intended. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, joining us now, my co-host, my partner in crime, and possibly getting a tag team partner for the Betzer Sagu segment. Big things to come, ladies and gentlemen. My man, my college friend, Anthony's father, Bianca's husband, Swagoo.
Yeah, we when Dom gets in, we're gonna pretty much just immediately challenge for the WWE Tag Team Championships, and we're not gonna lose. We're gonna make money, and we're gonna be champions.
Try to body slam me and Chris in the beginning of the show.
Whatever it takes.
Cheers, buddy. All right. So yeah, we also tell Matt. By the way, tell the folks at home what you're drinking tonight.
I'm drinking a glass of Pinot because we meant to buy Riesling, but for some reason, Pinot and Riesling, you can understand why you might get that mixed up in the little package store. But here we are. It's a little bitter. It's not bad. It's freezing. I'll take it. That's all I have.
I've had a grand total of 3 glasses of wine my entire life, all red.
So it's that, or I dig into the party bucket I bought the other week, which is all 99 shots. And I don't feel like doing that tonight.
Well, okay, so here's with my options. My option was Old Faithful, sticking with redneck roots here. Or I was at the liquor store in the center of my town today. I was coming back from the gym, run some errands, and they had this build your own 6-pack cooler. And this is a liquor store that actually has very good craft beers. They said any 16 ouncer you want, it's 10% off. You buy 6 in your 6-pack. I was like, Well, ain't this something? I got a bonfire host. I got a bonfire. Some people come over for a bonfire on Friday. I gotta stay up till 1 o'clock in the morning, so I'm doing an espresso martini or something at some point on Saturday because you got Miami kicking off at 10 o'clock against Nate's damn Bears. Play the game earlier, Cal. Nobody wants to stay up this late. Anyway, I got friends coming over Sunday to watch football. Friday, I'm going to be delving into job applications, health insurance shopping, going golfing with going to the driving range with all my former coworkers. They just miss me that much. But that being said, I have a crazy weekend ahead of me. So yeah, I needed high ABV beer. So I'm just literally just pulling the highest ones that I like the flavor. I have like this amazing 6-pack. And shout out to our boy Scotty Kaiser over Craft Brew. I did get this new what's it called? This new like cacao nips stout. So I was gonna break that out for Chris, but he's gonna be late today, so I won't do that. Maybe Monday. I just slugged that down too fast, took it too much oxygen. Anyway, we got our boy Nate in the background. Nate, say hi to the people.
Hi.
He's got his
What the heck was that? That was
I don't drink.
I know you
that
don't
was
drink.
Nate.
Funny. We're a sports bar themed show, and Nate, our producer, doesn't drink, and it's my favorite part. He's the DD. That is what his role is. We call him DD Nate for now on.
Nate, guess what Dom is?
He's a Giants.
Is he a Giants fan?
Yes.
Well,
finally.
Okay. That too.
But he's a lot more depressed than you are.
I was going a little more politically correct. Nate, he is also Asian.
He's Filipino or Polynesian. Sorry.
Well,
really?
He'll clarify.
Holy
crap.
No,
he's
we're gonna bond so well over eating dogs.
I was gonna say we are really getting that
Brett on the show yet.
We're getting the rating up there, and you just hit the dogs.
I love it.
Oh my Lord!
I'm excited. I'm excited. Another Asian in the group, man. Finally, diversity.
Good.
In this
I'm saying.
Yeah.
My God. Oh, well, sorry. So speaking of Brent, ladies and gentlemen, joining us right now is he has. Speaking of the devil, he's here.
Hey.
All right, joining us now, my favorite Canadian. He is a diehard Trojans, Yankees fan. I don't know who he leans for football or basketball, honestly. But I know I just know the jerseys in the background. This man is one of my favorite humans of all time. Wicked fun to talk sports with. I'm interested to see his perspective on the current state of college football, especially with his Trojans, kind of teetering in that mid-teen section right now. Ladies and gentlemen, host of the 1420 Sports Bar, Brett Radlinsky.
Jared, you really know how to flatter a guy. I was 20th on the list. I'm your favorite Canadian. That's a kick in the pills right off the bat.
I said your Trojans were teetering in that 20th.
Oh, but earlier on the intro, you went through the whole roster. I was 20th. I heard it. It's on record. Nate, you can't forget about not just the dogs, but the cats as well. They got to do them both if you're going to do it properly. If you're going to talk about it, I didn't say it. It was your guy who said it, not me. So it's just one of those things. Congratulations on 300, boys. I'm happy to be here, even though I was 20th down the list. Oh, my goodness.
No, you were not 20th down the list. The problem is we have a rotation.
Oh.
20 guests we always bring on. Some of them are on more than others because they'll text me that morning and say, hey, can I come on?
Yeah, king of a third world country. Thanks a lot there for that. That's great.
Head medicine man. There we go.
I'm kidding. We're good. All good.
All I know is that
good to see you.
What happened was I always reach out to the ones I have their number first, and it's not personal, just because it's quicker for me while I'm on.
I get you. No, I get. Sometimes I don't check the Slack thing, and I get. I would have been like at least number 11 for sure.
Oh no, it's okay. At least you're not Subi. I shot him a text. And I'm like, hey, I said, hey, jackass, thanks for answering my text yesterday. Yeah. I was being funny. He's taking his newborn baby with his wife down to see their family, and I was like, brother, you're good. I was just busting your chops because I love you, man. I miss you. Subi will make his triumphant return when basketball returns, but I know he loves talking football for a non-football like specific guy. He loves doing it. It's like watching Jay Billis talk NFL. It's actually pretty funny. But Brett, happy you're here, brother. Just
it's a lot of fun to be here. So it's always fun joining you guys for an hour and BSing about God knows what we're going to get up to. So it's good.
Oh, dude, we always cause some trouble. Speaking of this gentleman's hopefully going to make us a little more innocent. He's such a nice guy. I hate busting his chops. I couldn't even be mean about his Falcons when I did the video for his podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, He is a hardcore gamer. He is a Falcons and Georgia fan. Go Dogs. Ladies and gentlemen, Stacey Morgan, host of the Morgan Man Sports Podcast.
What's going on, guys? Happy 300th episode.
Thank you, brother. Well, technically our 300th episode was Monday, but I was sick. Nate and me and Matt were all depressed, and Chris, because all our teams lost. So and it was kind of a lackluster episode. So we said, screw it. We'll celebrate on Thursday.
Oh, goodness. But yeah, guys.
Man. Monday was a rough episode, man. That was one of the first episodes where I got off. I was like, F that. I'm trying not to curse. So I'm like, F that sucked. And I was like, shit. I threw my mic and I walked upstairs. I'm like, I'm not even going to edit this for a couple hours.
At least you didn't lose to Bo Nix.
Oh, my God. We lost to Baker Mayfield. I mean, then again, let's be honest. I think we lost to our own emotions because we didn't even show up to play. But that being said, I am more than happy to put that week behind us. The Eagles have a bye week this week, so this will be the last reference to the Philadelphia Eagles you guys are going to hear, at least hopefully for the rest of the show, because I don't want to talk about them either. But, gentlemen, we got Thursday Night Football tonight. I'm excited for it. I got the last two teams to beat my team, actually, the Bucs and the Falcons. Stacey, I figured since you are the Falcons fan, I want to gauge your interest with tonight. I'm going to start Darnell Mooney in fantasy. My boy Max at Lobes Leads kind of said it was risky. I'm going with it because every time I see the Falcons highlights, there's Darnell Mooney for a 20-yard catch and run. What am I thinking here? They don't throw to Drake London enough, and Ray McLeod's too risky. What are you feeling about your Falcons tonight, Stacey? How you doing?
Oh, man, I feel great. Ever since they introduced the diamond field at the end zones and the old school theme, Falcons 100 points tonight.
Isn't tonight throwback night?
Yes, throwback night and Ring of Honor night for Matt Ryan.
Yeah. And don't forget Arthur Blank. Yeah, it's the world's best participation trophy.
Yes.
He put himself in the Ring of Honor.
Is that a halftime thing they're doing, or is that like a pregame thing?
Halftime.
I hate when they do that because they don't show it on TV. And like, I'm not a Falcons fan, but Matt Ryan is like, I would like to see him get, I'd like to see that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my boss man at my everyday job, he is going tonight, and I'm like, dude, I really hope you get these shits because I was wanting to go to that game so bad.
Have you ever had the shit yourself? To wish that on somebody's kind of rude, man. That's not very good.
That was literally me in the middle of a Monday show.
Yeah.
I had Lorena to leave out of the podcast. I'm like, fellas, take over. I was out.
It's a little off topic, but I don't know if I saw it like not that long ago. I don't know if anybody you guys caught it, but I saw on X. I guess like right when the before the wild card series started, the Orioles posted a picture of like an empty throne, like a king's seat, and it was like the seats taken, and I guess the Royals copied that when they won and put Bobby Witt and said move your feet, lose your seat or something like that, and then they had little Oriole feathers like in the air as if they just blew up a bird.
It is the amount of trolling by the Royals so far has been amazing. I really hope the Royals are this season's Diamondbacks because I love watching teams like that.
None of us want that.
Yeah, no, Matt,
I don't want that.
You and Dom just don't want that.
Me, Dom, and Brent.
Yeah, I feel outnumbered here. I said in the group chat, now that my Diamondbacks were eliminated because the Mets threw a game and the Braves, got absolutely pulverized by the Padres. I'm officially a Phillies fan for the next 3-4 weeks. Because my hatred of the New York Mets is so gleaming right now. Watching the team they hate the most in the playoffs win would make me happy. Because they basically just had to put in a mediocre effort. Because that Braves team looked shot. And it wasn't even their fault. They just were exhausted. And the Mets basically could have just put in a half-ass effort and won that game. My Diamondbacks are back in the playoffs. But they threw it. Basically, we're swinging like a drunk softball team. So I want the Mets organization to burn. Like burn for the next 30 years of pain, like Wilpons in the Ponzi schemes of the Madoff's pain. So the first step of Jared inflicting pain, pull for the Phillies because that would hurt.
The way that whole thing was handled, how they had to, they could have found a way to play that game in a neutral site and have that taken care of beforehand. And having two teams play on the Monday like that, it was the typical how baseball handles any kind of anything. They just trip
mean,
over their dinks
Rob
all the
Manfred
time
messed
and
something
do
up.
that.
Right, how dare
Everything, like all the time, like every chance they get, they screw something up. And the way that was handled to play a doubleheader on day 163, I guess you could kind of name it there. It was just in bad form, and it's like because it's hard to sweep a doubleheader in the middle of June, let alone at the end of the season like that. And then having both teams, I know we're supposed to talk about football here, but
It's
having
okay.
both, like what was even worse, I thought was even a worse look, and this wouldn't have happened 20, 30 years ago, was having both teams celebrate on the field and bro hugging afterwards. It was just a bad look for baseball once again, who just it should be. There was so much good stuff going on throughout the season, and it just culminated in that kind of ridiculousness. And we can talk about how the games are broadcast and everything else, but baseball just always finds a way to trip on their own dinks. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's baseball to me. It's so weird. Like my favorite part about how last year was like even like commentators just sounded like they didn't want my team in there. And maybe I was just paranoid because I was like, oh, we're not supposed to be here. It's like, but we railroaded baseball's best team.
Mhm.
It was ugly. That series was terrifying. If you're then the Phillies series against Diamondbacks was maybe the greatest baseball series I ever watched in my life, end to end as an adult. Oh no. I think Braves Dodgers NLCS might have beaten that. I think it was pretty close. The two of them were pretty good. Or Dodgers Nationals was pretty fun as well. But
Yeah, I will give it to the Mets and the Mets Braves game one of that doubleheader. That was probably one of the best baseball games that I've seen in a long time. That was an amazing game.
Yeah.
That felt like a playoff game. Like I really thought for a minute, like maybe the Braves just got eliminated, but that was an amazing game. I was telling my buddy that's a Mets fan, I was like, I hope you enjoyed it because you don't get those often in the regular season.
no, never. My favorite part about all of it is that there was drama and everyone's talking about baseball in the middle of the day on a Monday. But other than that, I hated every minute of it. But we'll get back to football here because this game, honestly, this is probably the best Thursday night game we've seen in a while. Last week's was kind of okay. It wasn't great. Week before wasn't great either. I guess the Baltimore Kansas City game kind of hit the bill, but Thursday night games this year have been better, but they're not like elite. This one I think is gonna be a great matchup, or it's gonna be like that Cartman meme of him yelling "cripple fight" and the two of them just beating the hell out of each other because it's gonna be awful. I don't know what I'm gonna expect on this show tonight, in this episode tonight. Game tonight. So right now the line is at -2.5 for the Falcons because they're at home. Makes sense. Even though -2.5 is literally the line for every damn game this weekend. Trying to pick these for the 6-pack made me want to rip my hair out for whatever's left of it anyway. But all right, so right now, Bucks are missing McMillan, Winfield, and I believe Trey Palmer. Not really, and Kalijah Kancey. Sorry. Falcons are missing Street. I believe Wilkinson, Parker, Gwynn. Not really a lot of big surprises there.
No.
The biggest key to me tonight is, does Tampa Bay try to establish the run early with Bucky Irving? We saw when Philadelphia had Atlanta on the ropes in week 2 and Kansas City in week 3, both teams were attacking them with the run. Well, obviously, because Kansas City is apparently allergic to throwing Travis Kelce the ball unless it's week 4. But my biggest thing with this game is, are they going to utilize Bucky Irving? And is Atlanta going to be able to stop it? Because they had issues with Saquon Barkley. Their best thing was that the Eagles tried to pass their way out of it without A.J. Brown. So, and double cover Devontae Smith and whatever. But that, I guess, is the biggest thing right now if I'm looking at this from an outside perspective. The biggest key for the Falcons site is, can you get the ball to Bijan, Darnell Mooney, and Drake London early, often, and accurately? If you can get out in front, Tampa Bay's best way they beat you is they get out early, they attack, and then they play, hey, we're just going to keep rushing the passer because you got to pass it. They struggled against the run when they actually the ball was actually run on them. I think that's what Denver did the best to beat them. So the biggest thing for me tonight is, can they get out early and attack I guess the best way to word it is get after the weakish secondary of the Buccaneers and make that pass rush sit on their heels while they run the football. That is my key tonight. Brent,
Yep.
I'm not even sure where do you lean in pro football? I mean, I know you love your Trojans, but like pro wise, where do you generally like?
Out on the West, like I got a few, at least a few weeks on you guys, let alone years. But growing up, pretty much on the West Coast, we get the West Coast feed a lot more, and so I hate to say it here, but I'm a Niners guy. I quite enjoyed with the 49ers. I went through the dynasties and everything else back in the 80s and 90s, so I'm a Niners guy. Sorry. I apologize.
Listen, I'm not complaining about the 49ers. It's okay. You guys have the same record as us. It's okay. You guys said all last year how if you guys got your shot at Mahomes, you wouldn't have blown it like Philadelphia. But
I never said that.
Oh no, I'm just saying.
I never said
the
that.
Niners themselves as the team. So I call them the 49ers, not the fans. I don't care about 49ers fans. They're fine. I hate 49ers media and 49ers players. But all I heard all season was if they got their shot in 22, if Brock wasn't hurt, I'm like, if Brock was hurt, I would have lost by 15 instead of 30. It really wouldn't have mattered that much. That Eagles team was hellbound. But
that drives me nuts about sports fans in general when you talk about if. Well, he was.
Yes. If doesn't happen.
He was. Like every team gets injuries. Every team gets guys out. Every once in a while, a guy comes out of the woodworks like a Brock Purdy who turned out to be better than they thought he was going to be. Right. So it all has its lightning in a bottle. I've been on your guys' show a number of times and on my show and other people's. And I'll say it before I'll say it again. Winning's hard, no matter what. It is hard. And it all has to come together somehow, some way. Does Kansas City have an advantage year in, year out with Mahomes? Absolutely.
And with Taylor Swift? Of course she does.
But exactly. So it's just all those things. And it's hard to win. And if he didn't get hurt, well, he did. So shut up. It doesn't matter.
So I will say this then, as an outside perspective like myself and Matt, how do you look at this game as a non-NFC South guy? Obviously, I want to finish off with Stacey because his team is the one hosting tonight. But you look at this game.
You have Mr. Primetime himself playing tonight, Kirk Cousins. So
hey, listen, he threw that out.
Like really, what could go wrong?
Apparently,
what could go wrong? And he hasn't been great. Couple of coming from behind wins. It's like what kind of Fugazi kind of wins. He's been okay. Like for $180 million, he's been okay. Like our most quarterbacks are overpaid because there's only X amount who are any good, but he's been okay. Baker Mayfield has been okay as well, but I think because I didn't know it was the Ring of Honor night tonight for Matt Ryan, who I respect 100%. He had one bad night there in January a few years ago where things didn't go very well for him, but they started out really well. But because it's his night of honor night, no matter what, usually when teams are giving away some kind of putting a guy out to pasture a little bit and say this is how it's going to be, the other team usually ruins the party and wins. I'm going to almost guarantee you that Tampa Bay wins this game just because of that. Just because of that. Ruin the party, come in and screw. Let's shit on this guy's party.
I mean, I love it. For me, I'm taking Atlanta. I think that I've watched both teams up front. I've seen them both live. I've watched every single play. I am more Atlanta to me feels like they're playing with their own hands tied behind their back, like they're doing it to themselves. Where with Tampa, you saw their best, and that was last week beating on a beat up, cramping, tired, and kind of not wanting to be their Eagles team, where that same Tampa Bay team lost to Denver. Tampa Bay should be far and away the best team in this division, but they're not playing like it. And I think that comes down to coaching and executing the X's and O's in crunch time. Whereas the Falcons are kind of on this new ground where they haven't been this good in a while. Listen, let's be honest. You're better off having me under center than Desmond Ridder at this point. So now you have Kirk Cousins. Yeah, Michael Penix in the background, who's obviously my favorite backup in the NFL. I love Michael Penix. I think he's going to be sensational when he gets his time in Atlanta. I think that they have the best 1-2 punch in their division with Algier and Robinson. I love their receiving core. Ray McLeod has been kind of like this fun little surprise. Now, if Kyle Pitts could show up for more than once every 4 weeks, I could make a joke about a monthly subscription, but we're going to hold off on that one. Anyway, I look at tonight's game. The biggest reason why Tampa won games is because they get out on you and they get on early, and then you have to play catch up, and then they can rush the passer, and they can have their mediocre defensive backs sit on their heels. Let's not forget there were a couple times if it wasn't for awful blocking in that Philadelphia game, Eagles were starting to get headway and come back. It wasn't like that game was as far away as this. It turned into risky plays, bad turnovers, Cooper DeJean dropping his first punt. There was a bunch of different things that went wrong. Let's also forget, this is the same team that lost to Tampa Bay. That makes me think Vegas overshot this one. I believe the house money, I'm looking at it right now, I believe they're up to 75% of the money is on Tampa. Let me see. According to DraftKings, it's 68% is on Tampa, which means I'm going with give me the Falcons doing the dirty bird. Here we go. All right, Maddie, you're up.
So I like Atlanta's defense. I think over the years they've really addressed that, and just slowly but surely kind of been building that up. I mean, I don't think people talk about that secondary enough. I mean, Mike Hughes, AJ Terrell, Justin Simmons, Jesse Bates. It's a very underrated secondary right there, and the defensive line isn't that bad either. So I think the defense will keep this. I think the defense will keep them in the. I think it just really depends on what version of Kirk Cousins you're going to get. And it's not even really the prime time aspect of it. It's just like Brent was saying, he has been kind of getting off to a slow start. But like I just, similar with Aaron Rodgers, he's got his moments, but like they both are older quarterbacks, both have Achilles injuries. So sometimes it takes time to get back to that. And, you heal slower once you get to older. And, he's not 24 anymore. He's not going to, listen, I'm going to be 29. I know I'm not old, but like there's things that hurt for a lot longer than they did 8 years ago. But
you have no idea, man.
I'm older than him. That's why it's funny.
I know.
I just got done getting my hip looked at this afternoon, to be honest with you. It's one of those things.
But no, the only reason why I'm going with Tampa, and it's the exact reason that Brent said. I was thinking it the entire time. I was waiting for you to get to me, but he beat me to it. Whenever they honor somebody at halftime, it never goes well. Baseball, football, the Giants' 100th anniversary in the beginning of the year, that was terrible. It was bad, that one. But it always happens, and I don't know why. Maybe it just shouldn't happen. But I think Tampa's going to wind up winning this one. I think it's going to be very close, but I'm going to take Tampa Bay just for that. It's a stupid reason, but it always happens.
Nate, I love you, buddy, but any shot I get a chance to take.
Why'd you bring us up?
Because taking a shot at the Giants is fun.
I know it is. It's like, thank God for Dom, man. I need some
you ever seen the TV show The League? It's like picking on Andre. It's just like a pastime.
No, I never seen it before, but
you have to watch it. If you have to borrow my Hulu link, I will let you. Just
also Hulu. Trust. I got all the good stuff.
I know you're like Mary Poppins of like streaming links. I'm like, Nate, I need Sunday ticket. Got you, bro.
I got you, bro.
And I got you, bro. To watch some film. Got you, bro.
All 22, baby. All set.
Yeah,
ready to go.
Then you almost gave me MLB.TV, and I'm like, Nate, they'll shut your account down or charge you double. I'll just buy my own. It's fine. The kid's got dedication. It's why I love him. He has no fear. I'm like, that's teamwork right there, boys. All right. We've waited long enough. One of the men of the hour, Mr. Atlanta himself. So your boy's going to defend their home turf tonight.
I believe so. I mean, look, I don't know if y'all can hear me. My connection's a little in and out, but
we got you.
Anyways, but yeah, I think Atlanta's gonna cover this tonight. Honestly, looking at the preview on CBS Sports app right here, I mean, 2.5 points, and then for people to take the over, that's honestly shocking tonight. But looking at the stats, I could seriously put money right now on it that Kirk Cousins has a 400-yard passing game tonight.
Ooh. I'm a fan. I am a fan of this.
Because look, I mean, the defense, the Bucs defense is 19th against the pass, and Kirk Cousins can read the defense just like an Aaron Rodgers. I believe once he figures out those blitz packages, it's lights out. Rondale Moore, Drake London, Kyle Pitts, everybody is going to be eaten tonight. Let him cook. Let him cook tonight.
I love this because my favorite, I thought about this before. I'm like, what is the biggest thing? I hope somebody agrees with me on the defense. I don't think the Buccaneers defense is that good. They've got a good pass rush. And they've got a good middle linebacker. But besides that, there you have Antoine Winfield kept that defense together. He hasn't played in 3 weeks. So basically, hey, you're saying, hey, Kurt, you've got a bunch of JV guys out there trying to cover your boys. We'll get the ball out quick. Just start getting it to Mooney, get it often, get it to our boy Drake London, get it moving. Just get the ball out and early. They'll be fine. I love that take. So I believe, Maddie, you took the Falcons? My brain's
Bucks.
Bucks. You took Bucks. Oh, and I know, Brett, you took Bucks as well.
Yeah.
So we're split. Nate, who are you taking? Bucks or Falcons? I'm sorry, man.
I love me some Baker. But my guy Stacy's here, and I love Stacy to death. Plus, I do love them Falcons team, man. Give me the Falcons. I believe. Rise up, baby.
I was waiting for you to pull up Pat McAfee and go the other way.
Bro, that was so like.
I think it's still giving Stacey PTSD.
Give me the
Stacey
Falcons.
missed it. When I picked Alabama last week, I started singing that song again. Who's that coming down the track?
Down the tracks.
It's me machine and red and black.
Oh goodness!
It's a great chant. I love it, but at the same time, I think nobody sells a crowd harder than Pat McAfee, the patron saint of this podcast. So, we're big Pat McAfee guys over here. Anyway,
the way he does that week in, week out, and does his picks, like he did it last year and this year, the way he gets people thinking differently, and it kind of keeps you on your seat. Like most of the games that they're picking at the end, I could care less about, but it's fun because you don't know. Okay, is he going to do it again? Is he going to do the heel turn wrestling wise again every week? I think it's fantastic how he goes about doing that, and that kick for the $50,000 or whatever it is they do every Saturday. I think that's fantastic. Fantastic drama.
I love it also because
who out of you guys could make that kick?
No.
I can't.
With all those people watching? Oh, that's tough.
Matt, you've watched me kick one of those before.
With that,
I was talking about myself.
I'm already broke and know I'm going to have to pay for something anyway, so I would just say screw it. I've embarrassed myself on TV before. What's anything different to this?
Oh.
I would say Pat would go, Jared, have you ever bashed or made fun of a kicker? I'm like, no, but I've screamed their name at 3,000 decibels because they've cost me a parlay. That's what my response. It would not. That's how I would look at it, because to me, I'm like, Pat, listen, I would love to like you say, like, oh yeah, I never say anything rough about kickers ever, but to be honest, I've watched them call me games, kill my parlays. Jacob Myers last year, Matt remembers this. He was on the phone with me when they missed this kick. Oh, Jason Myers for the Seahawks. It was a year or 2 years ago. I think I was texting Matt. I was up for my parlay to hit, and it missed because Jason Myers shanked one right for the Seahawks. So I definitely not the biggest fan of kickers, but I understand what they need.
How far is the kicking attempts he makes them do for 50,000?
I think it's a 45-yarder. I think
I would need at least 15 yards. I can't. I'm not kicking 45.
I don't know if I can do it.
And it's purely because accuracy is not going to be on my side. I don't know how I would even.
And it's kind of like you like it to a tight fairway. How the crowd's right up against you, and so you got you always have to kick it straight no matter what.
I kick somebody
around you like that.
Like white girl.
Man, oh man.
There he is. He's back.
All right, sorry guys. Yeah, my connection is just so it's garbage.
It's okay, buddy. Listen, I've had guests literally midpoint pointing at the screen because they were on a rant and their whole connection dropped out. So at this point, I'm just happy somebody made it, and you're able to get back in. That's all I care about. So we're good here. All right, so there's your picks. Thursday night, this game kicks off in about, I'd say, 35 minutes, 40 minutes. Maddie, I think it's a good time for a little Bets with Swagoo action. How you feeling, bud?
Feeling good as I'm reaching behind me to get this. Oh, there we go. That's a little pop. All right.
Big screen, baby.
Oh, big screen. All right. Shout out to this Australian Pinot Grigio. Almost said Pinot Noir. Is that a wine? Is that not something? Did I just make that up? Pinot Noir?
I think you're close enough.
Yeah, you're close enough.
No, it is.
All right. Yeah. All right. Bets with Swagoo. All right. Once again, this is not advice. This is not me telling you what to do.
Gambling advice.
This is not gambling advice. Don't sue me. I'm not telling you what to do. If you do this, it is your own will that is making you do this. These are some things that I might place for myself. Might emphasize might, so you don't do the same thing as me. If you don't drink and drive, don't bet like I do.
That's my line.
All right, some anytime touchdowns. I'm going with the man that's playing my team. I'm going Justin Jefferson. I don't want to see this man score. Last time I think we played against them, I think we held them to – I think he didn't have a good day against our secondary, but new era, new team. Sam Darnold's looking really good. Justin Jefferson has scored a touchdown in every single game so far, so it's a safe bet to take Justin Jefferson. I'm also taking Kyron Williams. And Deontay Johnson. So Deontay Johnson is back. Adam Thielen, I think, is still hurt. And as long as Andy Dalton's throwing the ball, I'm going to be taking Deontay Johnson for an anytime touchdown because at least Andy Dalton actually throws the ball well and can hit his receivers and is not a bust of a first overall pick so far. I'm also going Jaden Daniels anytime touchdown. In 4 games, this man has 4 rushing touchdowns. He doesn't throw a lot of touchdowns, but he runs a whole lot of them in. So I'm taking Jaden Daniels anytime. And then the safest pick that you could have for one of these would be Derrick Henry. This man is just reborn, is just Tennessee Titan Derrick Henry 2.0 right now, and this man is just unstoppable. Fantasy-wise, I mean, there's not one week where I don't really get 25-plus points from him, so definitely take him for an anytime touchdown. Some of other things I've got going on, some money line bets. This is a tough slate of games, if any of you guys have noticed. So it's not easy picking some like guaranteed money lines because there are just a lot of divisional matchups, a lot of just anything can go kind of games. I think I got about 5 of them. So looking right now, I'm taking the 49ers, 49ers money line, Green Bay money line, Seattle money line, Kansas City money line, and a little bit of I wouldn't really say a bold one right here. I'm taking New England over Miami. Huntley didn't look that good last game, and that Miami offense is just not looking like it's clicking at all without Tua. So I'm taking New England right there. I think they get their second one of the year. Props for you. DeAndre Swift over 49.5 rushing yards. He's been receiving double-digit carries in every game so far, and Carolina gives up the 4th most rushing yards per game to opposing running backs. And it's turning tonight's game, and I apologize, Stacy, because it isn't pro Falcons, but Baker Mayfield over 9.5 rushing yards. Atlanta does give up, I believe, I don't remember if they said the most rushing yards to opposing quarterbacks, but it does say they average about 41 yards allowed to opposing quarterbacks on the ground. So give me Baker over 9.5 rushing yards. My pick of the week. This is in favor of the Falcons, Mr. Stacy. This is I'm taking Bijan over 25.5 receiving yards during this game. So that's my pick of the week. I have a bold pick of the week. I don't really know why. It's just one of those gut feelings you have. I like Braylon Allen anytime touchdown as well.
I do as well.
Last week, there's no excuse why Robert Saleh or Nathaniel Hackett should not have had Braylon Allen on that 1-yard line running that ball in when he is 235 pounds of just pure muscle.
Hackett's an idiot, that's why.
Oh yeah. We know that one. Robert Saleh just I'm not sure what he's more worried about running the stairs every single game. But Braylon Allen, I think, gets in this one. I think they find themselves again within the 5 yards of scoring, and I think they don't make that same mistake twice. So give me Braylon Allen touchdown. And then to end it off, I got a Washington Commanders same game parlay for you. I was hoping Chris was here because I know he loves Jaden Daniels. So I got a same game parlay for the Commanders game. Commanders are playing the Browns at home. I'm taking the alternate Washington spread of -2.5. I like this game. I think it could be a close one. It's iffy. It depends on if you're going to get that Cleveland Browns like tough defense or if you're going to get the Deshaun Watson still can't play football Cleveland Browns. But I'm going to take the alternate spread of Washington -2.5. I think they can win by 3. Taking Terry McLaurin, 50-plus receiving yards. Brian Robinson, 50-plus rushing yards. He averages about 51.5 per game, so I'm taking the 50-plus on his line. Jaden Daniels, 200-plus passing yards. Browns allow about 205.1 per game, and I believe he averages about 225-ish per game, so I'm taking the 200-plus. And then, like I said, Jaden Daniels, anytime rushing touchdown. I'm slamming that one. He's got 4 in 4 games. I think he gets a 5th this week. So that is my touchdowns, my money lines, my picks of the week, my props, and my same game parlay for the Washington Commanders.
Nice. Love it. All right, that was Bets of Swagoo presented by Canips.com. Promo code BELLY20 for 20% off your purchase at checkout. Oh, Maddie, good job.
Thanks, sir.
All right, got about, I say, 10 minutes till six-pack timing. Obviously, we're waiting on Mr. Chrissy Boy to get his butt in here. Obviously, he's a man down at the dentist.
Yeah. Where's this dentist? Pittsburgh?
I don't know, because he said it was going to be on a little later, but he'd be there in time. And he goes,
He sent a. Did you see his picture in the thing?
yeah, I saw his picture. Oh my God. Our group chat is a deadly place where it's full of Dr. Phil memes and what else we got in there?
No, it's just Dr. Phil. It's like a minion.
I thought it was him as a peanut M&M.
There might have also been a African American Dr. Phil as a M&M and or a minion as well. The Google is wild with Dr. Phil memes.
I saw, because you guys said that, so I went and looked it up, and I was like, this is weird.
Yeah, I don't know. You just look up Dr. Phil memes on Google Images, and some interesting things pop up.
He's different. Like he's got some unique views on life, and like he's a doctor. I mean, we all.
I did have to look it up. He really is a doctor, at least that.
I mean, we all have our unique views on life.
Oh, yeah.
We're entitled to things. He's different.
I mean, then again, you guys. Let's be honest, fellas. We had the debate this weekend. Nate, could you pull up a certain photo for me if I text it to you? I may have had the greatest. So you guys have seen the memes. Antonio Brown, by the way, maybe still the greatest Twitter follow. If you're not following AB on Twitter, you are missing primetime entertainment. Sensational, amazing. Some of the best memeage I've ever seen. This man has never missed. Gotta love it. But my favorite of the weekend was it was the picture from the debate of Tim Walz with his eyeballs a little screwy looking. Nate, you know exactly what photo I'm talking about. And it said when Diddy walks in the prison shower. Oh my Lord, I was loving it. Yeah, shout out to Antonio Brown for being our instead of our clown of the week, he's our king of the year. I love his Twitter. It is my favorite thing of all time. I just wanted to give a little shout out for that. What else was I vibing with tonight? And ladies and gentlemen, joining us now, live from the dentist, our comedian. This man has made Shane Gillis laugh. He makes us laugh. He has 50,000 nicknames. I can't wait till we find a new one. He is also my favorite Philadelphia Phillies fan. Ladies and gentlemen, the man, the myth, the legend, Melvin Dew, Look Crispy, Vacation Crispy, Chris Lipoff. He comes in looking cool as hell, too.
Look at that hair.
I know. Like, I wish I had his head of hair, bro.
Thank you, guys. I'm sorry. My audio might be a little, rattly. Someone outside's blasting Limp Bizkit. So.
Someone meaning you?
Yeah.
No cavity. Chris, if anybody had a Fred Durst obsession, it'd be you.
Yeah, yeah, it's me. Yeah, sadly. I really have nothing else to say. That is me.
Also, Chris will keep us. Chris, obviously, because you can tell he's got a screen face in him. He is our man, keeping an eye on not only playoff baseball but also the score of the Falcons and Bucks game as we get going. Chris, how vibes with the Phillies, knowing that who you guys are playing?
I would say good. I kind of hate waiting throughout the week for playoff baseball, especially for your team. It's good to have a bye, but I know a lot of byes kind of hurt teams. It's hurt the Braves the past couple of years, but
that's also the Braves.
So we're not the Braves, Chris. We're not the Braves.
We're not the Braves. Good vibes are coming. I was trying to get tickets for Saturday, but they're just crazy expensive. So,
good. What are they going for?
Huh?
How much are they going for?
Like $350, $400 for like a cheap section.
Jesus.
That's in Philadelphia. Like Citizens Bank is cheap too. Like I found good tickets at Citizens Bank for like $25.
A lot of other stadiums have like cheaper tickets, which is astounding to me.
Yeah.
But again, I'll be at some bars screaming at the TV with a bunch of Philly hooligans. So
It's okay. You get a week. We get a week off from our Eagles, Chris. That's the good news.
yeah, I'm gonna need that.
We get a week of Howie Roseman and Jeffrey Lurie yelling at Nick Sirianni to leave the offense alone.
Yeah.
Not that one. The other one. The other one.
What other
Nate,
one?
The one of Tim Walls, not JD Vance.
Right.
Yes. This needs to be our new meme for the rest of the year.
Wrong white guy, Nathan.
Yeah.
The one that's not the one that the entire industry-led media called too slick. That was the word I heard today. I was laughing. I was like, they called him too slick. I'm like, because he was prepared and he talked eloquently. If that means we're the same thing, Chris looks slick right now.
Yeah, that's it's all Guardian.
There we go.
Hey, there we go.
Here we go. Here we go.
This is my new Vietnam meme. This is my meme I'm gonna be using for the next 6 months, boys.
Whoa! What meme?
Vietnam War, Nate. Don't take it personally.
We won that one.
Wait, pull up the Lorax one. Where the Lorax is in war. That's the one I like.
Boys, I would love to do this for the next 20 minutes, but we can do memes at the end, but we gotta talk six pack.
We won that one. There's moments that I'm so glad I'm Canadian. Honest to God.
Really?
Yeah, oh yeah. Well, actually, most moments.
I'm converting, eh?
That's not a thing that much.
You can get a ticket for the Yankees game on Saturday for $162. The only catch is that there is literally one ticket available to buy. So
Section 400 probably.
Anytime I go to a playoff baseball game, I get the big foul pole like right in my face. So like I have to like kind of lean and like see what's going on. That's what happened last year when I went to the games. I was sitting in the same section and there's a big foul pole and I'm just like, this sucks. I can only tell what's going on by the crowd noise. There's F-bombs, you know what's happening.
Yes. All right. Gentlemen, well, you know what time it is. It's the main event of the show, one we've all been waiting for. The six pack presented by the amazing people at candidates.com. Promo code. Not Candidates, actually. I switched it up this time. Candidates no longer sponsoring the six pack. It's sponsoring Bets Swagoo. SeatGeek is sponsoring the six pack from now on. Promo code Black Sports for $20 off your first initial purchase at checkout. Make sure your email has not been used on their website, even just to search tickets, because it gets a little weird and you have to call customer support. It's not their fault. This is how they prevent fraud. Official sponsor of Black Sports, Korner Booth Podcast, and the Six Pack. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's crack one. All right, starting off, we're going to College Station. To my third least favorite college in the state of Texas. Second least. All right. It may be first, honestly. I'm not sure. It depends on the day. Missouri, who is ranked, by the way. I don't know why I should have put the ranking up. So that's my bad. It's number 9. It's number 9, Missouri, taking on number 25, Texas A&M. A&M is a 2.5-point favorite. This game is weird to me.
I feel like it's a pick 'em.
Yeah, this is totally a pick 'em. Mizzou has a great offense, and Texas A&M is at home. That's the best thing I can say about that. You know what? Screw it, Maddie. You go first. I don't even know how to look at this game right now. Shout out to my boy Jack over at Caps Off. He's the big Missouri fan. He might know more than me, but
as the new leader of the six pack and the reigning and defending 2-time six-pack national champion of the world.
This is your fault.
And I can't bring any more belts up because this is the third one I've done, and I only have 3, and they're like $500 now compared to when they were like $200 20 years ago. So you've all seen them all. This is one Stone Cold. I've got the World Heavyweight, and I got the John Cena Spinner as well. So I'm going to wear this one tonight as the reigning defending.
Oh, boys, by the way, this year, the six-pack champion, I'm announcing something quick before Matt makes his pick. Courtesy of our friends over at Trophy Smack, the winner of the six-pack championship for the next couple of years will be receiving a championship ring, courtesy of all the losers in Trophy Smack. So you will get a championship ring, courtesy of Trophy Smack and the losers of the six-pack competition.
If Matt won 3 of them already, I think isn't that
technically no? Matt's won 2. I won 2. Kevin won 1. Mark won 1.
So any of you have won previously, you'd have to get your own ring. Is pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I could buy a 2-time champ ring. Kevin disputed both championships because he says I can't count. No, Kevin, I can't read. I can count.
Yeah,
All right.
Relocating.
I feel like this is weird, like you're saying. I feel like this is a game that Mizzou should be favored.
Yeah.
But it's not.
It's
I don't know.
the Vegas swing. They're at home. You can't overthink it.
I will take the plus 106, and I'm going to go with Missouri in this one.
All right, we're both rolling Mizzou. Nice job. All right, former week through 1 through 4 champ. Nate, what we got?
You suck.
A little aggressive tonight there, Nate. Holy
he's a
cow.
little
I'm not used to mild-mannered Nate being like this.
So mad at me.
Comes on my show. He's, yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Comes out here, and holy guns a blazing.
Brett, that's
we
Nate.
Corrupted the innocence of Nate.
Yeah.
It's the shake that's getting me hyped.
There you go.
It's the sugar rush.
It's a little sugar rush. Look, I know the Aggies. They're not that. I don't know. It's at home. It's a great home crowd. Obviously at Kyle Field. You have Connor Weigman and everything, but I do like the Tigers. They have Luther Burden, who's a heck of a quarterback. Brady Cook's a pretty solid guy himself at quarterback. So
Burden's the wide receiver.
Burden's the wide receiver. So as long as those two guys have that connection, I think they should handle the Aggies. So give me the Tigers.
All right,
Go Tigers.
we'll go to the guests, and we'll
Go
finish
Tigers.
strong with Dr. Teeth and the Electric Mayhem at the end of it. Brent, who you got?
When games are tight like this, you take the home team for sure. And I also will say that when's the last time any of us ever saw Missouri do anything of any substance whatsoever? Take Texas A&M by, I would actually say, at least a touchdown. Because Missouri never does anything. Like no one's ever scared of Missouri to ever surprise anyone. Like it's always these high hopes that Missouri's going to do something, and they never do. They never do. Take Texas A&M at home.
I'm picking Texas A&M. So
who did Nate take? Because my internet cut out when he was picking.
Sorry,
Missouri.
Missouri.
You took Missouri.
Thank you, Chris.
Yep.
all right, Mr. Morgan. I know this is peasant football compared to you dogs, but who you taking right now?
Oh, man, give me a Missouri. Missouri, I think, is so underrated when it comes to college football. I mean, just ask Georgia a couple years back when we was, just getting just field goals against Missouri.
They do play good teams tight.
You sir have the dopest accent I've ever heard in my life.
That's right. Stace wasn't on here Chris wasn't here the last time
I never met this guy. Dude, that's the dopest accent.
These are distinguished Southern gentlemen.
Well, I do appreciate it. But yeah, again, Missouri, just ask Georgia, and they're going to tell you Texas A&M's got their hands full this weekend. So give me Missouri.
I might pay you full time to read me a bedtime story.
We're gonna need clips of Chris and just Stacy interacting.
Got to watch what Chris is going to be wearing during this bedtime story, but whatever.
All right, Mr. Bedtime.
All
right, La Suave, La Crispy. Who you taking?
Well, everyone's going with Mizzou, so I need points here. Give me the Aggies at home. College Station, let's roll. Disappointed me a few times. Give me Iguodala. Like that, what that dog just said. Let's go A&M.
We're moving on. This game I absolutely love, by the way. Holy smokes. I love this game. It's not just because I am technically legacy at South Carolina. It is because Ole Miss is now coming off of a loss to Kentucky where they looked rough, man. They look like they failed to execute in a lot of plays. Is Lenore Sellers playing, Nate? Could you look that up if he's healthy this week?
I think he's doing it. He's just
he's looking up right now. That being said, Ole Miss, I believe, is ranked number 11, right, Matt?
12.
I was close. All right. That being said, Ole Miss is on the road again this week. I know, actually, no, I think they're home against Kentucky. Nate,
he has practiced fully, and he is ready to go.
All right. Well, the perfect time to announce it. Give him an upset pick. I'm going Sandstorm. I'm going Go Cox.
Hey,
yeah. This shit got real sauce.
This got real zesty.
What is going on?
That's a Diddy party over
Hey, yo, relax.
8 o'clock on the East Coast when the freaks come out.
Give me South Carolina as my upset pick this week. I think this team is criminally robbed why they're not ranked. They have played every team this year. They've played either to the last play, as you can ask Matt and Chris's Tigers, or they
we don't
beat
talk about
at
it.
home. I love
won
this
that
team.
game?
I think they have a lot of energy. They have a lot of good players and one of the most underrated pass rushers in the country. I think Ole Miss is going to be a little woozy off the road. Ole Miss always has one or two losses every year. Stays as an SEC fan, you can contest this. Ole Miss looks great every year, and then they have one or two
Until they're
losses
not.
where they kind of string them together. This is that loss. Give me South Carolina, not just to cover, but to upset the game, upset the what are they? The Rebels, the Sharks, the whatever the hell they are at this point.
The Minnows.
Or something. Yeah, give me South Carolina as my upset pick.
Okay.
Matthew.
After you so proudly chanted and pumped your fist for the Cox, I'm not going to do that. So give me Ole Miss. I'm going to go the opposite of what you just preached.
Yeah, that shake weight.
The shake weight.
Oh my God! All right, this is why I love this show, man. Even when we act like complete assholes, we still have a good time. All right, so Maddie's taking Ole Miss. All right, we're gonna go with La Suave next. What are you taking, Chrissy?
Carolina almost beat LSU at home. Is the starter healthy?
Yeah, Sanders is playing.
I'm gonna take South Carolina home. Not gonna say give me the cock, but I will just say give me South Carolina. And I can't use this as my upset, right? Because you already did it.
Yeah, you can't use this. It just makes your parlay look incredible.
Yeah, it really does. That's a good line.
Some might say it's good cock.
Hell of a cock.
My God. Clipping this is gonna be fun today.
We're ruining Nate's innocence here. All right, Stace, who you got?
Oh my goodness. I believe I'm going against the grain up
He
here.
says things like a distinguished Southern gentleman. He goes, "Oh my goodness."
Yeah. Oh my goodness, y'all. I like Ole Miss in this one. I believe they're pissed off right now, and losing to Kentucky is beyond fathomable. I mean, as Georgia
almost did it too, brother. Let's not act like it didn't happen 3 weeks ago.
So Ole Miss is not fixing to lose to South Carolina. I think Ole Miss is going to definitely win this one.
Very nice. All right, Mr. Brent.
This one's tough because both teams are going to end up doing nothing when it's all said and done. They'll end up 10-3 or 9-3, get a bowl game, end up playing beside the University of Tallahassee Technical Institute on a bowl game on a Tuesday afternoon in December and no one cares about.
That's called great time to go have a beer at 12 noon while you're on vacation, Brent.
Well, that's just it. Like I like bowl games. Like they're good. They're fun to watch. That's why the wife gets mad. Well, there's a game on, so you have a beer. So
you game on. I bet on this game. What game?
It's fine. We might make a couple of bucks on this one, but I'm going to go with a bit of an upset here. I'm also going to go with there's a bumper sticker down in Whitefish, Montana. It's on a cooler at the Bulldog Saloon in Whitefish, Montana. It says, "Nobody beats our Cocks." Go with the Gamecocks on the South Carolina side. They win by a couple of points.
This guy rocks.
All right. Now we've ruined his innocence forever, Nate. Go.
Look at that poor kid. Nate, we'll have you on my show on a Saturday. We'll have a nice calming influence again on a Saturday morning.
That would be nice. That was the most soothing conversation I ever had.
It was nice, wasn't it? Yeah. Nobody beats our Cocks. Remember that.
Nobody.
All right. First of all, Nate's an adult. He's been in a relationship. He's been engaged. Like Nate knows.
Yeah, but there's just some things that are said out loud. Correct, Nate?
Correct. Yes. Yep. You
it's
know
okay.
I remember when I was young once too. Now that I'm 50, whatever. Nobody cares.
Brent, you're 50?
I am. Yeah.
You don't look 50, Brent. You look like 40.
Damn, dude. I thought you was like 21.
You go pitch for the
All right,
Yankees
Stace,
right now.
Now you're fishing here.
Oh, I turned 50 in August. Yeah, it's one of those.
Oh,
things.
well, hey, listen. We
Common sense is how math works. Yeah. it's
Happy
one of those
belated
things.
birthday, old man. We love you.
There we go. Anyways.
All right, Nate, what's your pick?
Give me the Rebels, baby. Jackson Dart. I believe in him. And I know Sellers is going to be healthy for this game, but I believe in the Rebels. So give me
Future
those.
Giant, maybe.
Future Giant. Hey, you never know.
Well, our soon-to-be member of the team, Dominic, also said that he wanted Jalen Milrose next quarterback for the Giants, and I had to yell at him for 5 minutes in the middle of a hot chicken joint why he's a second-round pick at best, because Jalen Milrose is how do I put this delicately? He's a development project.
We can't wait.
an elementary
Just
quarterback. That's all it is.
Just like Jalen Hurts, just like a lot of these quarterbacks who are going to be great in about 2 years, they need a little honing. Drake May's the same way. If you want a guy who's going to start right away, you go with a Cam Ward, who I don't want ever going near anything Giants blue, or you go with Quinn Ewers, or you go with worst case. I like the kid out of. I don't know. Honestly, if you guys drafted shit or Sanders, it'd be the next Ryan Leaf. That's a whole other story. Anyway, we're moving on.
Yeah.
To the Nate and Jared Bowl.
Shitter Sanders,
Yes!
in my opinion.
Let's
Yes,
go!
sir. Let's go.
We're coming, bro.
I'm about to
God.
jackhammer California out in the Pacific. Miami is going to burn Berkeley to the ground just like everybody at the Daily Wire wants to do anyway. All right. The conservative jokes and communists versus convicts, my favorite. I love it. All right, here we go.
Hey, you're screaming
Go.
like the Flying Dutchman.
Sorry, sweetie. All right. Anybody who doesn't know, listen, I've been watching the U documentaries today. Shots from Maddie for let me borrow his ESPN Plus account. I've been watching the U documentaries because I haven't watched them in years since they took them off Netflix. So watching U Part 1, see Michael Irvin talk about all the BS and talk pictures of my boy from the Eagles, Jerome Brown. And then I'm watching U Part 2 right now with Ed Reed, Al Blades, Ken Dorsey, all them. It was just to get me fired up for this game. We are going to stomp out Cal. Give me the Miami Hurricanes to cover and win. Last week was kind of that was what the game. Okay, so anybody who knows me knows I have theories about all my sports teams. And the Hurricanes, when they're usually hurricaning, they have 1 to 2 losses every year where they play like absolute dog shit and they lose. But because of how good Cam Ward is, they played like dog shit and still won the game. So also because whoever that defensive back was who pulled the ball out of the Virginia Tech receiver's hand and was out of bounds when he did it may have been the highest football IQ play I've ever seen in my life because by NFL rule, that is an incomplete pass. And Virginia Tech, go cry about to somebody who actually cares. You guys were never winning the conference anyway. Anyway, give me Miami. Matthew. Nate, you're going last.
Oh, okay, perfect, cool.
Yeah, I was trying to just in my head just make sense of picking Cal over Miami, who, fun fact, completely bypassed me that UCLA and Cal are 2 different entities. As I also didn't know Brian Kelly and Chip
You
Kelly
said
weren't
that like
related.
7 times on the show. I've had to correct you every single time.
I know. I'm gonna go Miami here. I think they win. I think they win relatively big, 2 scores. I'm taking Miami. Cam Ward is just another level.
Let Uncle Ed know. Let Uncle Ed know. I'm very fired up if you guys haven't figured that out by now. Miami football is giving me a reason to live. All right, Brent.
The non-existent Pac-12 and how they've tried to integrate into a normal society, which the rest of the college football landscape hasn't gone especially well. Like the USC, well, I don't want to talk about USC football because I think they're a little overrated. But anyways, actually, they were only 1 play away from actually winning that game against Michigan a couple weeks ago. But that's not what we're talking about here. Cal's not very good. Cal's never been really good. Miami wins this one by a lot. Like, it's not going to be close. Like, this might be a 25-pointer.
I think the biggest key to this game is the fact that Miami has 5 different running backs they can rotate who could also run. All could run for 100 yards and all would start on Cal team.
They will run for 100 yards each.
And also Miami has a very,
very,
very large offensive lineman who Damian Martinez and the boys can just sit behind and run the football. Cam Ward may not have to throw a ball until the second drive. It's
more athletes.
and the problem is like everyone's like, oh, well, they beat Auburn. Well, Auburn is more like an ACC team this year than it is an SEC team. Kelsey, that was meant to insult you. not you, just Auburn. I love you, buddy. That being said, yeah, that's I think the key to the game is Miami is built like an SEC type team.
They're just better
this year. They have a large team up front. They have athletic and their secondary, who has a bunch of no names, transfers, and rejects. These dudes are athletic and they're fast. And that's when Miami plays their best on defense, when they have guys who can fly around the ball. Now, if California wants to win this game, running the football is the key. If they can get the ball into the secondary, past the front seven, you saw Virginia Tech really excel in that last week. That'll be the key. Stacy, how you feeling about Miami versus Cal for College Game Day?
Give it the Golden Bears. No, I'm just kidding.
Banned from the show for 2 years.
No. I like Miami right here.
Play my feelings, man. You put Cal. I picked the Falcons for you.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm kidding. I love you, man. I'm kidding.
But no, I like Miami right here. They really, like you said, Jarrett, they're built like an SEC team where you got big, beefy dudes up front and very athletic guys in that secondary.
I'm sorry. I'm going back to what I said about South Carolina. You said big beefy dudes. I can't do it. Oh my God. All right, I want to help this. All right, sorry. Continue, my friend.
No, you good. But no, I like Miami right here to just win this by at least 25 to 30 points.
I don't see the thing is I don't think y'all are pretty close. I think it's going to be a not as close game. I think heart of hearts, Cal's going to score points. They are a good team. Let's not act like they're not a good team. Miami tends to play stupid when they're a big favorite. That's where they lose games. Ask Georgia Tech last year. Anyway,
Miami tends to play stupid when they're in football games.
You should talk. You guys have about as much.
I know.
You should have as much. You're Trojan.
I know you shouldn't point fingers one way because 4 more point back at you and all that BS.
It's all right. Listen,
I know.
It's okay. We still have more national titles. Anyway, so that being said, I think the biggest problem is if Miami takes Cal seriously. If they take Cal seriously after they didn't take Virginia Tech seriously, they will beat them by 20, 25 points. If they do not, Cal's going to make this close, and then they're going to have to rely on Cam Ward to do Heisman things again. And hopefully it's not just a push pass to Riley Williams. Anyway, all right, we're going. Chrissy. You forgot there's one more guy, Nate.
I know. I'm
it's the guy with the best hair on the podcast.
Oh, he does. Of course. Chris.
Oh, I want to do it for Nate. I do.
My guy. My future coworker at a different company.
I'm hoping I get it.
Yeah, I'm praying for you, buddy. I didn't take my app, Nick, Chris, which means you're in, brother.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Come on.
I already wrote down my pick. Oh, Nate, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna have to go with the Hurricane.
There's no Santa Claus.
Oh God. I'm gonna have to go with the Hurricanes. I don't want to, but
whew. It's okay, buddy.
I just looked on the nation.
That's number 8, Miami, to you there, Nathan. Nate, who are you picking?
Okay.
This ought to be good.
Hear me out, man. Look, I believe in my Giants in the past, all right? They always let me down. So one team in my life has to go well for me, okay? Cal has been 2-0 since 1964 against the University of Miami, which may or may not say something.
This is the last time I played them when before Howard Schnellenberger was coaching.
I don't know. Look,
the Lee Corso of the Korner Booth podcast here. Here we go. I thought it'd be good.
All his stat of his ass is correct. I love it.
This is a big game for us, man. Cam Ward is one of the best quarterbacks, if not the best quarterback in the nation, and our defense is going to have a tough time. But that's the key matchup because we have not allowed more than 14 points in a game this season, and we lead the nation with 10 interceptions. With that being said, this is my upset pick. Give me my Bears because one team cannot let me down, bruh, and it's the Bears. Okay, we're gonna shock the nation, beat Miami, and we'll be ranked for the first time. Give me the Bears.
The nation minus Joe
I
Klatt.
love the
By the
confidence.
way, you want to see some bulletin board
You
material?
made me a believer right there, Nate. You did. You made me a
Yeah,
all
believer
love,
right there.
all
Yeah,
love,
I can
Brent.
do it.
Go Pac-12.
Hey, yes,
Oh,
sir.
Brett switched his pick. All right. Here's
I
the
did,
deal,
because I'm
Nathan.
an idiot. I
Unfortunately
did,
for
but
you
yeah.
guys, Joe Klatt just endorsed the Clemson Tigers to win the ACC because I don't know what Dabo Swinney's paying him, but damn, it must be good. Anyway,
Yeah.
because apparently everyone forgets that what Miami did for every other team they played except for Virginia Tech. I was like, oh, it looked awful. It's like, so did Georgia against Kentucky. So did Alabama against USF. So did I do believe I was gonna make a Florida State joke, but it's too early for that. So did Michigan in every game until they played USC.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, Michigan looked awful. And then Michigan's Texas. Duh. So here's the thing, is guys, you gotta remember these are 18 to 21-year-old kids. Okay, Nate, you're what, 22, 23 right now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
23. Yeah.
23. These guys are a year younger than you, Max. Okay?
Yeah.
They're young. They're going to make dumb decisions. Friday night games, I remember those in Friday night games when you're playing on a different night. Like in high school, playing on a Thursday night instead of a Friday at varsity was the worst because everything got moved up a day. That was just high school. I couldn't even imagine it for college or pros. So that being said, I think last week, Virginia Tech put up a fight. It was a rivalry game. Miami, Virginia Tech is always a good game every year. It always has been, always will be. Those games are always get nasty. The problem is I think a lot of people are selling too much on how Cal beat Auburn, and Auburn has looked really bad the past couple of weeks. So that is all I'm going to say about that matter. Anyway, we're moving on. Going to the pros. We're starting off in London, governor.
Ooh, okay.
Got the Jets at the Vikings.
Ooh.
Aaron Jones versus Aaron Rodgers. Sam Darnold versus Jair Alexander. I love it. That's as long as his father, AJ Brown, allows him to go out and play. Anyway, little dig after week one. Right, Chrissy?
Alexander.
Jair Alexander is owned by is the son of Mr. Oh my God.
No, I know. You got the wrong Aaron Rodgers team right there.
Oh yeah, that's right. Packers. Sorry.
Sam Darnold hopefully sees ghosts this week.
Sauce Gardner versus Sam Darnold. Sorry. Oh, Maddie, you get to take on Sammy D. I just realized this.
Yeah, he already beat us. So he beat us in Carolina. I'm hoping that fulfills his revenge tour. By the way, shout out to Sam Darnold. He's always been a class act. Like, he was pretty much asked, were you ruined by the Jets? And he was like, no, I had plenty of opportunities there. I just don't always feel like I played my best there. So shout out to him, because he was supposed to be the savior and he wasn't. But he has always been a professional class act human being, and I will always miss that up for him. He played horrendous with us. I won't miss that. But I wish it worked out with him. You already know I'm taking the Jets. I don't really have the reasoning. You just can't pick. You just can't pick against your own team. I'm confident in this defense. I'm confident in Aaron Rodgers. Hopefully Breece Hall gets working this week. But give me the Jets overseas.
All right. Stays, how you leaning Jets Vikings in Tottenham Hotspur Stadium?
That game's gonna be terrible just because.
So this is my take right here. I think Aaron Rodgers is starting to create unnecessary drama in that Jets locker room, and I think that's what's going to affect this win, them winning this Sunday against the Vikings. So I really like the Vikings in this one. They've been on a roll, but I think it's going to more come down to that Jets locker room drama that Aaron Rodgers is creating with Robert Saline. So give me the Vikings.
Ooh, okay. All right, Chrissy.
The Vikings momentum's got to die eventually, right? Why not why not it happen overseas? Jets had a really bad week last week. Sorry, Maddie. But I will back a friend here. I will be taking the Jets this week. It's really technically not a home game for anybody, so there's no really home factor. I do think Rodgers has a good game this week. I think the defense picks it up. I do have Aaron Jones in fantasy, so if he can get a couple touchdowns, that'd be great. But give me the Jets. Fly high.
Chris, aren't you in like 8 fantasy leagues? Don't you have
Yeah. I got winning records in all of them somehow.
Nice. I'm 2-2 in all of them.
Yeah, this is the first year where things are looking good. So I don't want to
Oh
jinx
no,
it.
sorry. No, I'm 3-1 in our
The only thing that hurt me pretty bad was Rasheed Rice. I had his mom in fantasy. She stole a pack.
The only good thing about this game being overseas is that since it's a Vikings home game, I don't technically lose a game in my season ticket package.
That's what sucked for me and Jared because we
kind of got hosed on that one. The NFL can kiss my ass this year. I really even know with them. But anyway, moving on.
0-0. Top 5, man first for the Mets.
Not to interrupt anybody,
but Brew Crew, baby, let's go! All right,
Mercedes-Benz Stadium is looking empty right now.
Who you taking? You're muted, dog.
I think Stacey was saying something about the Falcon Stadium. What happened, Stacey?
Yeah, I'm looking at the telecast right now. The Mercedes-Benz Stadium is empty just near about it.
Ain't kickoff in like
soon?
10 minutes.
10 minutes?
It's on right now.
Oh, it's now, right? Yeah, it's actually right now. It's 8:17. Jesus.
Man, can the Jets turn it around, though?
I believe.
I have no choice but to believe.
Give me Minnesota. Sam Darnold has played great. This Jets team hasn't looked too great offensively. I got to catch up to Matt in the standings, too, so give me the Vikings.
Man,
Perfect time to do so.
How well do you usually do when you bet on your Jets in the 6-pack? I'm curious.
Don't answer that because he's gonna either bet with them or against them. Look at his face.
Since 2021, Matt is 2-25.
I can't imagine. I can't imagine it's good.
Something happened in the Falcons game. I can tell by the expression.
Just started.
Stacey's so excited, man. I wish I could be that happy.
Matt Ryan got sacked getting an award.
No, Kyle Pitts is already being used. He's already got like a 20-yard game.
Oh my God! Whoever put
Boys, I think the world's ending. Also, there's a dude in my league who dropped Kyle Pitts this morning because of waivers. You can't pick him up until freaking Tuesday or Sunday. I was like, "Are you kidding me?"
First touchdown tonight is going to be scored by Drake London.
Ooh,
USC.
There you go.
I'm going to take Darnell Mooney's first touchdown.
I got to hit a streak, man. Lazard got me last week or 2 weeks ago now. 2 weeks. Brewers are on a hot streak.
Rolling. All right. Either go with my dad or go with Matt.
Jeez,
Oh, wow.
family and friends.
I would be honored if you go with me, but I would completely understand if you didn't.
I wouldn't at all.
You know what? I don't get the Jets. Every time I bet on them, they lose. Every time I pick against the Falcons, they win. So either way, I'm losing. Screw any of the points. Give me the Vikings. The ghost of the active Fran Tarkenton because he's still alive.
All right, Maddie, I got your back.
Yeah,
I appreciate you.
I love the Aaron Jones running the football in Tottenham. It's going to be a weird game.
Oi, bruv.
Next time we have the Eagles in a 6-pack, I'll pick them for you, no matter who they play.
Oh, sick, man. You're the
Oh
best.
God, we're screwed. All right. Anyway, give me the Vikings here. The biggest problem to me is I don't trust. I don't know. This is gonna be a test for the Vikings. The best defense they've played all year. Because San Francisco defense apparently doesn't exist. Brett, you can back this up apparently.
No, not very good.
Yeah. So I don't know. Give me Minnesota. It's gonna be close though. I think Jets might cover though. Like this might be a 1-point game.
I think the Jets would be 3-1 right now if we had a different coach. I really think coaching is what is holding this team back right now.
Gee, shocker. It's like almost like it's the same thing in Philadelphia. All right, Brent, who are you taking?
I'm going to go with Minnesota. Every year there's a team that kind of comes out of nowhere a little bit and goes 4, 5, 6, 7, and 0, and you didn't really expect it. And I think Minnesota's that team this year. Point number 2 is Sam Darnold, the Marlboro man, is USC, ex-USC guy. His grandfather was the original Marlboro man. A little unknown fact there. And number 3, why I want to pick the Vikings to win that game, I cannot stand Aaron Rodgers, smartest guy in the room. It's just time for him to go away to Tom Cruise Island and screw.
Who just said it?
Drake just scored. Let's just go. Let's go. And like I said,
Did he score?
Every year there's a team that
Falcons
goes
scored.
an unexpected 8-0. I'm going to go with the Vikings doing that. They won't amount to anything come playoff time. But look for the Vikings to win that game outright.
Who scored?
Drake London.
I know. Okay.
Whoa, Chris!
Chris just nailed it. Let's go.
You did.
Let's go.
Chris, aren't you like
Guaranteed.
3-0 this year on live betting first touchdowns?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
All right, I'm just gonna text you before. We're gonna ask you before the game to predict, and we'll just all bet it in solidarity. That's awesome. I love it.
You got it. Go Falcons.
All right. So there you go. Falcons up 7-0 officially. All righty. Has everyone picked their game for Jets Vikings?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Moving on. The best of the 1:00 games. Bills and Texans. I love
like
this
it.
matchup. You kidding me? Both teams had a rough week in the last 2-3 weeks. Both teams have had good quarterback play, not great quarterback play, have emerging running backs, or aging or emerging, depending on who you ask, and they have great and one has a great receiving core. All right. Bills on the road. Maddie, who you taking?
I want to point out this is such a tight game that both teams have negative odds for the money line.
Yeah.
Like this, I am. Stephon Diggs is a very petty individual. I think he had a great game against Minnesota, even though they lost. I think he tries his hardest to have the game of his life against the Bills after all these reports are coming out of all these Bills players saying it's nice when you got a bunch of guys that don't care about stats. They just want to win games. I'm going to go with Hector's Texans here. I think they beat the Bills since they're at home. It's going to be a tight, close game. Like Brent said, when you got a tight, close game, you take the home team. I'm going to take the Texans, and I think Diggs has a big game.
Nice. I am also taking the Texans. My biggest factor here is I look at when you go like you like the lineup of who has the better of what. Better quarterback is Bills for now. Better running back. If Mixon plays, it still is the Bills. I think James Cook has passed Joe Mixon. But then you go to receivers. The line is so far pushed to the Texans. It's not even fair. Tight ends, I guess I'll give it to Kincaid. It's a push, though, because honestly, Dalton Schultz is a very good tight end. Offensive line play, it's kind of a push. I guess leaning towards Texans. Defensive line, Von Miller's out for 4 game suspension. So
What did he get that for? Just being a bad dude?
I'm going to assume PEDs. Or some kind of drug enforcement policy. Either way, that's generally when
something.
they slam a 4 game suspension on you. They don't give any other details. Generally, it's PEDs or drugs. I doubt it's something like criminal, because then you would hear about the story of the criminal case.
Come up with a conspiracy theory. What do you think it really was? Because like you said, if you just say it's drugs,
insider trading like Michael Kendricks.
Huh.
Yeah, give me the Texans at home. Like you said, Brent, take the home team at a close game. Brent, you're up.
Eventually the Bills have to kind of crap or get off the pot and do something with what they've got going on. That championship window, I don't want to say it's closing, but it's starting to do that a little bit. Stroud's there. He's up and coming, obviously. You know what? I'm going to take Texans to win this game. Like I don't have faith in the Bills. Like, eventually it's kind of wearing thin. I'm taking Texans.
There you go. All right. Stace,
What's up?
who you taking?
Oh boy, I'm going to say the MVP run is still alive, and it's alive well for Josh Allen. I say, give me the Bills.
I do hate how this resurgence of Josh Allen with them when they switched to Joe Brady is going on because I really liked like 2+ interceptions every single game. Josh Allen, I missed that.
Yeah,
I want to go back to that.
like all those years that they're supposed to win, you can look back at one guy. That's why they didn't win. Like he got them there, but he didn't get over the hump. And I eventually that just kind of wears thin. I don't know. What do I know? Nothing.
Now about it. I like it. Nate. You're muted again, bud.
Josh Allen has
Yeah, first.
I'd like to know why he always mutes it. Like, who's he talking to when he's off the air?
No,
That's the fishy thing.
Technically on the clock right now. That's why he's like
multitasking, baby. I know. I wish I should have asked for Thursdays off, but unfortunately, I do not. Look, Josh Allen has not committed a turnover yet this season.
He will.
I think it. Yeah, I think it changes against the Texans. Give me Houston.
All right, Chrissy.
I'm gonna go by recent trends. The Bills got embarrassed last week. Texans, I think, beat a ruptured Jags team. No one's taken the Bills. I'm in third place. I need points. Give me Josh Allen and the Bills.
I don't hate it. It's a pick'em game, basically. We're only taking home teams because we're going off Brett's logic here. I believe everyone picked then.
Everyone did pick.
All right, Sunday football. Cowboys, Steelers. Steelers favorites -2.5 at home. Like I said, every freaking game this week is 2.5.
God, I hate
All right, you know what?
Paul Abdul, straight up. That's what they should be.
All right.
Done.
All right, Ghost, who we taking?
You know darn well you're not taking the Cowboys.
I trust the cat. Whatever Ghost says, I'm going with it.
He's leaning right. Go Steelers.
Yes.
Go back to
How did you determine that right was the Steelers?
Well, left leans at Cowboys or home team is right. Go Steelers. His head leaned right, so we're going Steelers. He's a little pissed off that I just woke him up. He was knocked out when I picked him up.
I'd be pissed.
Dude, you are a heavy-ass sleeper, by the way. Holy crap. For a cat, I never have had a cat in my life who sleeps as hard as he does. I was playing Call of Duty World War II last night. Volume blasting. Yeah, Stacy, I brought back a throwback last night.
Yeah, you did.
That game holds up. Best World War II shooter in the last 5 years. Anyway, or 10 years. Anyway, I was playing that game, volume on. He's knocked out on my bed, like passed out. Like I see like the tongue hanging out, his teeth are hanging. I'm like, what? Like got the whole dirt face going. He's just like, he's doing his little cat snoring. I'm like, how you sleep that hard, man? I love it. I'm jealous. I can't sleep that hard if I wanted to. Anyway,
I'm surprised you guys have cats down there from the news cycle that's up here in
hey,
Canada.
listen, if any of those dudes go near my cats, they're getting filled with some bowls of 5
They're
5
not
6.
eating cats.
I'll kick their butt for them, bro. Trust. I love cats, man.
Save the cats. Save the cats.
Save the cats.
Like whatever is happening down there south the 49th parallel, that's your guys' business, but save the cats.
I had a buddy of mine ask me at the bar the other day, I said, what'd you do if one of those dudes, like one of those, they started looking for cats in your town? I'm like, they're losing their eyeballs. I'm scooping them out with a spoon.
I'm not a big cat fan, so the burlap sack treatments for me over into the river, like whatever, just get rid of it.
Big cat guy.
This is the
You're a
closest
cat guy? You look like a cat guy, Chris.
Yeah, I have a cat. He's very angry all the time. He hisses at me, calls me a scumbag.
What is it? Meow Patrick Harris?
No, it's Neil Patrick Harris.
Neil Patrick Harris. I love it. By the way, best name out of all the pets on the Korner Booth. Anyway, Chrissy, we got Cowboys Steelers.
Oh, dude, give me the damn Steelers, baby.
PA, we stick together, baby.
Are you kidding me, dude? I ain't picking no damn Cowboys. I have done it in the
They
past.
screwed me twice this year. I'm not picking them again.
Yeah, they screwed me, dude. It was not consensual. But I'll tell you what, I'm picking.
It was Cosby style. It was Cosby or Diddy style.
Yeah, it was, dude. And I'm not attending that party.
All right, Matt, go.
Oh man. I'm gonna go.
He's gonna do it.
I don't want to do it.
He doesn't want
But
to do
I'm
it, but he's gonna
Oh,
do
don't
it.
do it, girl. Don't do it.
I'm trying to think of every reason. I'm gonna go
This is
Cowboys.
This is your 13th reason.
He took the Cowboys. Yeah.
I
I'm
knew
going
it.
Cowboys. I'm gonna go
Also, bear in
Cowboys.
mind, is it your stepfather or your dad is a Cowboys fan?
Both. Well, no. I'm sorry. My father and my father-in-law are Cowboys fans. My stepfather is not a football fan. However, he's not a sports guy, but he watched that one football movie about the Eagles, and now he likes the Eagles.
Hell yeah! Let's go.
My mom refuses to accept it, but if he had to pick a football
Tell
team, he would
Lisa
pick
she
the
has to
Eagles.
accept it. It's not. All right, listen. What your favorite college friend is an Eagles fan. So there you go. Also,
Yeah, no,
the only one
I
of the
just
Cowboys fans is all right. Your father-in-law is a very cool dude, so I will accept that. But Cowboys suck. Anyway, Brett.
Yeah, Cowboys suck.
Yeah, love it.
Yeah,
Stace.
done.
Yeah, give me the Cowboys. It's going to be revenge for the Falcons because it's Arthur Smith's offense on the Steelers.
Listen, Arthur Smith is like trying to have a dude with blinders on drive a car. Anyway, Nate, go last. You're up. What do you got?
I'm so catching up to Matt after this week. Give me the Steelers.
All right.
I'm passing Matt again.
I'm so happy he took the Cowboys. You kidding me? All right. So
Patrick
I
Starr.
believe-
Can't even see it. Look at that star.
what in the
It's not a
Looks like
logo,
a-
it's a rating.
how much
Looks like
Chardonnay
one
has
star,
he had,
that's
dude?
Matt
Looks like-
Ordazzo? Nah, call him Matt Picasso.
It's like Matt Jackson Pollock.
That looked like the tooth that Chris's dentist probably just pulled.
Hey, yo.
Yeah, dude. No cavities, dude. What?
Nice,
Good
yeah.
job, buddy.
Almost
No
29
good.
years, no cavities for me.
Damn, dude. That's like an
Chris, you
Undertaker
were making
streak.
jokes about how I haven't been to the dentist in 11 years, so
Oh, damn, dude. That's crazy.
or 10 years. Anyway, I'm hopefully going this next year. I'm going in 2025. So
Throw
let's,
caution to win. Wait, just wait. What could go wrong?
yeah. Oh no, my teeth fall out there, Brent. I don't know how Canadian health.
Oh,
is.
you
the
get
Rock-
new
the
ones.
Rock
They
is
throw them in
busy.
your
He's
yap. You're good to
very-
go.
It costs more to get fake teeth than it does to fill cavities.
You
Anyway,
can get wooden teeth like George Washington.
must chop wood. Anybody's ever seen that episode of Fairly Odd Parents gets that reference. Anyway,
Dr.
who's
Bender.
taking an upset pick today? It's just me. Me and Nate, the only ones who took him?
Me.
Oh, Chrissy did one.
No,
too.
no, I didn't take an up. Oh, who's I thought you meant who's got to pick an upset pick.
Who's got to pick an upset? So it's Maddie and Chris has to pick upsets. Me and Nate
I
take
do.
upsets. So Maddie, do you want Maddie and Chris? Do you guys want a minute?
I think
I got
I'm good.
mine.
I think I got mine.
All right. So Maddie, you up first. Who's your upset pick?
I don't know if this is who you're going with, Chris. I apologize if it is. I am taking, I forgot what their plus. They're 7. I just don't know if it's 7.5 or if it's 8.5. But I'm taking Virginia Tech over, I believe it's Arizona.
That's a
It might not be Arizona, but it's definitely Virginia Tech.
I'll just put a Virginia Tech upset.
I am 2 upsets in a row right now.
You are.
Shut up.
I'm upset.
Virginia Tech is playing Stanford, so I'm taking Virginia Tech over
That's a
Stanford.
good pick.
F Stanford. Go Virginia Tech.
Stanford's terrible.
Yeah,
All right.
screw the trees.
That's right.
Knock them down.
It's a color.
Yeah.
Burn them.
Cardinals a color.
Lorax,
Stupid.
who? Man, I fucked. Ah, shit.
I know
Bunch of trees.
Lorax. Speak
Bunch
for
of
the
trees.
trees.
Dude, that dude was annoying. That Lorax.
All right, Chrissy, what's your upset pick?
Dude had a mouth. Dude had a mouth on him. I'm gonna take my upset
Chris is
pick.
my favorite.
I'm gonna take Nevada over San Jose State.
I love it.
Hey,
Don't
I
leave
went
the
there to
bag
San
of
Jose
tricks.
State, bro. Just wait, bro. I went
Big-
to San Jose State.
Big
All right,
Vegas
tough
guy.
All right, hey, Mr. Cal Bears, who's your gimme?
Give me Bama over Vanderbilt.
Fuck.
Oh, Jared's penalty box.
It's presented by.
Brought to you by Righteous Felon
Righteous
Beef Jerky.
Felon Jerky.
That's right.
We all aspire to be felons here, righteous
He's
ones.
gonna eat a fat
That's right.
one.
I saw
that's
it
good. I
in the
like
movie
that
theater
one.
the other day.
You should always go
What?
first, Jared. Don't let me go before you,
I was
man.
being nice. I just shit on your Cal Bears for 20 minutes.
Everybody
know.
talk about. Oh, never mind. I can't do it. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. I'm a good Christian.
Say it.
I'm not gonna
Say it.
I'm not gonna say it. Can't say it.
I gotta hear what you good Christians down there say. It just always makes me
Say
laugh.
it.
I love coming on with you guys and hearing your different views of life.
All right.
Yeah. I'm converting to
I
Canadianism.
swear,
Atta
if these
boy.
guys
I'm proud of
lose,
you,
they're
man.
going to burn their college to the ground. Give me Penn State over UCLA. Oh my god.
Oh,
my
my
God.
God.
I felt gross saying that.
Ew.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ooh.
Jeez.
Mike Evans touchdown.
That's a
Let's
good.
go. Fantasy
7-7.
numbers.
actually, you know what? No. I'm
Oh,
going
boy.
back.
He's not taking the Sandusky's.
Oh
Nope.
no.
Can't
Oh.
do it. My moral compass decrees I can't do it. Because he's
Don't
on the
get
show. Give me Stacy's Bulldog. Go Dogs.
Oh, okay.
Stacy, can I
Okay.
get it? Go Dogs.
Yeah, go Dogs.
Who's
There you
that
go,
running
man.
down
All
the
right, let me go over
track?
here.
Sick
All
'em.
right.
In the mean machine in the red and
Red and
black.
black.
Go Dogs.
Ain't nothing finer in the
Men in
land than a drunk obnoxious
black.
Georgia
Georgia
fan.
fan.
Go Dogs.
Go,
Go
go.
Dogs.
Go Dogs.
Go Dogs.
All right.
Go.
Ladies and gentlemen, that
Oh.
wraps up for the Corner Podcast. We'll start showing some love to our friends over here. Mr. Brent, where can we find your amazing content?
The 1420 Sports Bar podcast, 4 beer sports talk, and a whole lot more coming at you live a few days a week, and then here and there. And I got the Bulls report, the Bullhorn coming off the team that I'm the manager of. So lots going on here at 1420 World. And always thanks for having me on tonight, even though I was your 23rd choice of the night, but it's always fun.
You're never going to let that
on.
go, are you?
No, I'm not. I'm
Very
actually not.
Trudeau of you there,
Well,
Brent.
when you get a little bit older, you hold on to things a little closer to your heart, and you can't let them go. Dude. 1 foot in the grave already, so it's one of those things. No, guys,
You don't have to
congratulations
nail
on
the
all
40 there, my
300
friend.
shows. It was a lot of fun coming on with you guys all the time, and I'll
I
do it
appreciate you
once
coming
again.
by, my buddy.
Nate.
All right, and that was very
Brent
Trudeau
Bowles.
of you for holding on to that grudge. Anyway, for those of you know how much I despise Justin Trudeau, I actually think that's funny. Anyway, Stace, where we find the amazing Morgan Man Sports.
Yeah, Morgan Man Sports on your preferred streaming platform. Of course, talk Atlanta Falcons and Call of Duty League esports news coverage and everything else in between. And, I try to start having a little bit more fun, like over here at the Korner Booth. But sometimes I just like keeping it professional and just get right to the point with things, too.
We're here to let you let out the other side of
Let out the
Stace
goofy
Morgan.
side.
Yeah.
I love it. All right. You can find me in the Motley Crew at All Things Corner Booth Pod. That is on every single social media platform. We're even going to start a Rumble channel, kids. We're really doing it big.
Oh,
Anyway,
What is that?
Oh, I have an
Rumble is
idea.
Rumble is
Actually,
YouTube for the
I'm told I don't know what Rumble is.
What is this, a
Rumble
dating
is
app?
basically
Like
YouTube
Rumpleman?
that's not- Rumble is YouTube, not controlled by Google.
We should make a Tinder account.
Yeah, I was gonna
No,
say
what?
that. Let's have a live.
What the
Bro, you're at Chris's OnlyFans. It's making us money right now.
Yeah, dude. These feet
I-
pics are going hard.
We'll use the three of you, and we'll leave me off of that one. But we can do Rumble.
Matt, listen, we could do
Chicks
Best
like
of
to get
Swagoo, right?
married,
But
man.
charge customers for it. On OnlyFans.
Oh,
Oh.
cut out the nipple holes in my t-shirt.
Corner Booth OnlyFans. I like the sound of that, honestly.
Leather chaps, and money lines.
Oh,
All right.
Nippleless shirt, apparently.
that's right. Just saw mine the other day.
Fishnet shirts, Matt Hardy style.
Listen, go enjoy the game, folks. We'll catch you on Monday. Peace. Deuces.
Peace. Love you guys.